All right, this will be event number 2 for our scaled teams, Masters 35 and Masters 45 plus. We're gonna kind of put you guys all in the same group here since the workouts aren't too much different, right? So we're gonna put you guys for the next couple of videos all together. All right, so this will be 3-3-4. We're going 3 minutes on, 1 minute off, 3 minutes on, 1 minute off, and then 4 minutes on to complete as many reps as possible, right? So we have a buy-in of a 21 calorie row for the men, right? 18 for the ladies, and then a 21 worm deadlift, 150 for the weight for the men, 120 for the ladies. Then whatever time is left over, we have max effort, synchronized burpee over worm, right? So as far as setup is concerned, 3, 2, 1, go. You'll be on your green mat. One person will run up, the other person can follow behind as well. That person will hook in, start working through the calories. If one person wants to do all the calories, you can do that. If you want to switch at any point, that's completely up to you. That's going to be your strategy. When you finish up those calories, you'll move up to your worm, and you guys have 21 worm deadlifts. So obviously you guys don't all have access to worms. I've had questions about how to hold the worm or what the standard is. The big thing about that is there's going to be like straps and stuff on the worm. You guys can't use any stuff. Anything that's kind of look like you're getting some sort of unfair advantage would be considered a no rep. I've tested all these workouts. I've done some other stuff. The big thing about the worm is you're just using your hands, right, to wrap around that worm. Obviously, you might be taller or shorter person in the as far as your partner is concerned. That might make it a little bit awkward as far as like the lockout. I don't know if you've ever done like a partner deadlift before with the barbell, but usually the taller person has to kind of sacrifice a little bit of range of motion to kind of make sure that the shorter person has, you know, the ability to kind of be at level height for lockout. But we're looking for both athletes to stand up right at the top of that lift, fully extended knees, hips, and then back down, making contact with the ground with that worm. All right, once you finish your 21 worm thrusters, you guys will face forward and you'll be doing lateral burpee over the worm. So everything will stay in this direction as far as the worm's concerned. So you'll come up to your worm. I'm not telling you how you can or can't do it as far as like efficiency, but you guys will all face, you know, this way or that way, whatever you want to do, and you guys will do those worm deadlifts. Once you drop the worm, you'll face towards the crowd and you'll do lateral burpee over of the worm. So you start with your hips and chest on the ground. You can do a 1 foot takeoff. You jump over, the other person jumps over the other side, right? Once you get on the other side, that's your first rep. Then hips and chest to the ground again, and you guys will work your way across the worm for whatever time is left over, right? Your total score for this workout will only be the burpee over worm, right? Nothing else matters. It's all a buy-in. It matters in the sense that the faster you get there, the more obviously opportunity you get for your burpees, but it's not credited towards your score of reps. So obviously transitions, you know, obviously working together, communication will be key, right? So that's gonna be the flow of our event. Every round you will start back over on the rower, right? So you don't just stay on the rower, I'm sorry, you'll start back over on the green mat, I apologize. You guys will not start on the rower every round. Every round we're on the green mat, we run up, we do our thing, we move up to the worm, do our thing, and then you guys get a minute rest. You'll work back to your green mat when you're ready as far as catching your breath. 3, 2, 1, go. You'll run back to your rower again every round. We'll have flip cards up here indicating where you are rep-wise, so spectators, coaches, whatever, can see where you're at. You guys might be able to peek around a little bit too and see where, excuse me, other people are at, but that'll be the indicator as far as where you guys are every round. So again, this will be our floor setup. Again, working from the green mat to the rower every round, from the rower to the worm, right, so on and so forth. That'll be our flow for that event. As far as the standards, I apologize, let me get to them real quick. As far as standards are concerned, we talked about the worm deadlift, right? Basically making sure that the hips and knees are fully extended at the top of that worm deadlift. Can't use the straps or anything that's kind of deemed as unfair advantage. As far as synchronization, we kind of talked about already. You guys will be facing the crowd, right? And the chest and the thighs make contact with the ground. Then both athletes will jump laterally over the worm. And the synchronization part is making sure that you guys are both on the ground at the same time. So if one athlete's a little bit faster, they jump over, land, and get down quick, that's fine. Just wait for your partner to be there as well. Because if you don't let that partner get on the ground before you stand back up, that'll be a no rep. The synchronization takes place on the ground, right? So when you pass over, you can be a little faster than the other person, but just make sure you're on the ground at the same time. So again, that'll be event number 2. We're calling this one 3-3-4. If you guys have any questions, please ask me, DM, you can email me, right? I'll be in the athlete control area. You can ask any questions before we go on the comp floor. You can ask the judges when you guys come out onto the competition floor for any questions you may have. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Again, let me know if you have any questions.